विश्वे देवासो अधिरोचकाले विश्वे देवास वीरयध्वम् स्महि प्रजया मातनोभिर्बालधावद्विषदे सोमराजन्नायमद्यं प्रजगदं वरस्तादिरब्धो गोपान् परिभाहिनस्मो युधः पुरस्ते भैषान् चित्तं प्रबुधा विनेशत भुवनस्य यत्पदर्थे भगोसभिधानमभिवादिहाम् इमै यज्ञवश्विनोधां बृहत्पतिस्तेयाप्तान्तु यजमानमैजश्चर्मयदोषदस्मिन्नवे पुरुहोतः पुरुषो विद्या उपरिस्पृशं भो ग्रन्थेत्तानमधिराजमग्रन्थो हवामहे योगो जिद्धनिरश्वविद्यः चित्तं विहवे जुषस्वास्य गुप्तो हरिवो मे वाक्यमजनयन्त देवास्तां विश्वरूपाः पशवो भजन्ते
सपोर्ट क्रिकेट मैच कराला
I did see on the executive vice.
Oh yeah, we met. How are you, ma'am? Long time. Alice is still waiting.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Varun family, I did.
మా పాప మిమ్మల్ని ఎంత నుంచి లొకేషన్ రాలేదు లొకేషన్ రాలేదు
సార్ సార్
నమస్కారం I'll sit with my mother. There's no photo with yeah. Mama to కూర్చుంటా మీరు పక్కన వచ్చేయండి పక్కన దట్స్ నైస్
సయుధ ఇంద్రో గణేన यदहं वादयं निमा ओषधीर्हस्त आदधे गच्छन्ते राजा हस्तमिता विवान् विप्रस्त उच्यते भिषक्रक्षोहामीव चातनः नमो माता यूयग्रस्तरस्कृतेः स्तनयधामयधिष्णुः अन्यामवत्कन्यान्यश्चारुणाभता आस्तम्भा ओषधयः संविधाना इदं ते तावधावचः उच्छुत्वा ओषधेधाङ्कात्सर्वभोष्ठादेन ते नगोषनिष्यन्ति धामात्मानन्दमभूरुषा अधिविश्वा परिष्ठास्तेन युग्रजमक्रमोः कारुत्तवयच्चिन्ततनुभागोरवः यास्त आलस्थुरात्मानय्या विविशः परुः तास्मे यक्ष्मं विवादं तामुग्रामध्यमसेनभा साययक्ष्मत्रपदस्येनेन किकिधीविना सागुमानस्यद्धात्यासागन्नश्च विहाकया मूर्तयन्ते उरोजसौ आविश्य सर्वा ओषधीरस्मानिष्टसाधये यास्तानाभञ्जन्वगोहसः ओषधयः सोमराज्ये प्रविष्टाः पृथिवीमनो ओषधयः परी जीवमस्तवामहेन सरिष्याधिपूरुषः याश्चेदमुपसृण्वन्ति याश्च दूरं वरागताः यासङ्गत्यथाः सर्वा अस्मै सन्दत्तभेषजम् आमोरिषत्खनितायुक्तेजाहं घनाभिमः विवर्जदष्टदत्राकगो सर्वभस्वनादो सम्पदं ते सोमेन सह राज्ञाः यस्मै गुरोरि ब्राह्मणस्तरूराधस्पारयामसि भूमिभ्योर्मरिणान्तरिक्षं महेन्द्रा उपस्थेते देव्यरिते क्रिमन्नादमन्नाध्यायादधे आयुक्तो भृष्टचक्रमेदसनं मातरं पुनः नरद्धप्रयत् सुवः मूढधामविराजदिभाक्पसङ्गाय श्रिये राजावनमो ध्रुवन्दे वो बृहस्पतिः इन्द्रश्चाग्निश्चरास्कन्धारयतां ध्रुवम् मुहूर्तो अस्तु ध्रुवन्दे वो बृहस्पतिः ध्रुवन्त इन्द्रश्चाग्निश्चरास्कं धारयतां ध्रुवम् शुभमुहूर्तो अस्तु ध्रुवन्दे राजा वरुणो ध्रुवन्दे वो बृहस्पतिः ध्रुवन्त इन्द्रश्चाग्निश्चरास्कं धारयतां ध्रुवम् अस्तु मुहूर्तो अस्तु
सर तक सर ఓకే మేడం మేడం బ్యాగ్ మీరు వైడ్ బ్యాగ్ అన్న చావు బ్యాగ్ వైడ్ మేడం తోనే క్లోజ్ సార్ 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 ఓకే సార్ సార్ కొంచెం సార్ ఓకే సార్ మేడం తగ్గింది
ఆశీర్వచనం చేయించారు.
ఓం శతన్యేవ సర్వవర్ధమానైత్యవర్గమో భవతి శతమేనావర్ధయంతి శతమేనమేవ శతాత్మానం భవతి శతమనందం భవతి శతమైశ్వర్యం భవతి శతమితి శతం దీర్ఘమాయుః ఆయుర్దాగ్నే హవిజానిషానాధనం ప్రతీకో ధృతయో నిరేతి ధృతం దేత్వామధినారగవ్యం విదేవ పుత్రమభిరక్షయామి అగ్నిన నిషిద్భవ ఆదిత్యాయ వదేజో భవ విష్ణుర్దేవాన్ భవ బ్రహ్మాయురాయుర్భవ ధాన్యం ఘనం పశుం బహుపుత్రరామో శతసంవత్సరం దీర్ఘమాయుః శతమానం భవతి శతాయ పురుషశ్చతేంద్రియ ఆయుష్యేవేంద్రియే ప్రతిష్ఠతే సర్వమేవ తేనాప్నోతి
Just too formal for Andhra weather. Just too formal for Andhra. I took it off. Then you don't need me. Things are going well.
Here's a warm welcome from Varun Group. May request you all to settle down. The entourage will reach us in another 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for honoring our invitation and joining us on this wonderful morning. we recognize the presence of our VIPs. Thank you all for being with us, our stakeholders, friends, well-wishers, members of the administration, MLAs, MPs. Thank you so much for being here. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. May I request you all to kindly be seated so that we might start an exciting journey into excellence for the story of Vishakhapatnam. May I request you, ladies and gentlemen, to pick up your seats. Kindly help us so that our VIPs may join us on the dais. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As the lights go off, we get ready for this wonderful event. May I request you all to kindly be seated. I request humbly that everybody gets a seat. Ladies and gentlemen, I request you to kindly keep your phones on silent mode. You are now in the beautiful V Convention Hall of Novotel Varun Beach. On your left you have 4 exits. On your right you have 3 emergency exits. In case of any crisis, women and children will exit the room first. May I request you all to kindly be seated so that we might move on to a wonderful morning of togetherness. Ladies and gentlemen, Varun Group invites you to a wonderful morning of inaugurations and foundation laying. A family that believes in passion in everything they do. Sit back and enjoy the theme for which you have gathered here this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome from the Varun Group.
What is success? Some call it perseverance and some call it resilience. According to Mr. Prabhu Kishore, chairman of renowned business conglomerate and India's largest automobile dealership company, Varun Group, success is purpose with passion, pursued with discipline.
Varun Group has diversified business verticals spanning automobile, auto financing, infrastructure, hospitality, entertainment and agriculture across 4 different states in the country.
My late father started Padmaja Commercial Corporation in 1950 and I had joined my father's business in 1975 after I had completed my post-graduation. Later on we took up Hindustan Motors and I worked shoulder to shoulder with my father. While I was helping my father, I also started a construction company. Then we progressed towards Varun Finance and Lakshmi Finance in 1986 and 1987 respectively. Thereafter, we got a vital break with Bajaj Auto in Vizag in 1992 and then we progressed to Maruti dealership in 1996.
Varun Group is one of India's most valuable companies with an annual turnover of over 7,000 crores. We have started as 5 people employee, now we are family of 21,500.
I'm happy to say today, Varun Group is the largest automobile dealership in the country.
We sell 1,75,000 vehicles annually and we service 2.2 million vehicles annually under the covered area of over 1.5 million square feet.
Varun Group's remarkable success is attributed to strong fundamentals and strict adherence to systems.
I always shared with my colleagues that there are 5 fingers which are very critical. Employees, the customers, principals, bankers, government. If these 5 fingers are taken care, I think we'll have infinite journey.
This group has been built on strong fundamentals by Chairman Mr. Prabhu Kishore, which is discipline, hard work, passion and focus. So as part of the legacy and the vision of our group, I want this tagline also to continue, that we must be the automobile dealership of choice for all the 5 stakeholders.
Similarly, in JCB, in Bharat Benz, in Bajaj Auto, we won several awards. In addition to that, we entered a new field in 2011 through Novotel Visakhapatnam Varun Beach, hospitality, which is a very challenging customer service industry. There also we had several awards.
Varun Group built Bhimili Beach Resort, and it's loved by people.
We proudly expanded our hospitality footprint in 2018, bringing the esteemed Novotel Hotel to our hometown, Vijayawada.
We have recently acquired Taj Gateway in Vizag, and we have ambitious plans to make it an incredible destination in India. A 400-room combo hotel project is under construction at Aerospace Park, Devanhalli, Bangalore. The same is scheduled to be open in 2027. Very fond of water bodies, valleys, landscapes and greenery. So in Nilgiris we started farming, and we grow now strawberries, raspberries and blueberries. I really enjoy the farming there. It's beautiful, weather is lovely. We have also rolled out an employee welfare program, particularly people who have worked for 25-30 years with us. When they retire, they should not depend on their children for any financial help, and they can encash those gift bonds starting from the face value of 15 lakh to 1 crore. As I said repeatedly, discipline is our oxygen. We live by discipline.
For Varun Group, corporate social responsibility is an integral part of business.
We have now a skill development center. We take ITI students, we train them for about 9 months to 10 months into various skills. We develop their personalities, we tell them Varun culture about discipline, then we give them jobs also. In memory of my parents, we established Varun Health Centers for poor people in 2010.
Varun Health Centers conducts all diagnostic tests, has OP with ultrasound facility and pharmacy dispensing generic medicines. The medical centers aim at protecting and improving the health of poor people.
We serve more than 7 lakh poor people annually, and they save about 40 crores annually. We established several health centers to serve the poor people who are in desperate need of medical help at nominal cost. We received prestigious Global GRA Award for our CSR activities. For the eternity of the group, we established a trust with independent trustees. Now, the businesses and most of the assets are owned by the trust. We have come to a stage, unless we do wrong things, nobody can touch Varun Group. Nothing is luck. We planned well, we executed well with discipline, passion and focus. The result is whatever Varun Group is today.
Similarly, government should say that Varun Motors is a company that pays taxes on time and generates the maximum employment.
This group is built by an amazing team working 24/7, and I truly owe them a lot.
You can close your eyes and choose Varun Motors to do your business with.
My message to youngsters and my Varun Group family members is, please work hard with discipline, focus and adherence to systems. Please balance your work life, be ambitious, but please do not be greedy.
Some places define a city, not just through their walls, but through the countless stories that unfold within them. Taj Gateway Vishakhapatnam was one such a place. This wasn't just a hotel, it was a landmark, a symbol of elegance, hospitality, and timeless memories.
All our generations have enjoyed and celebrated So all these memories will be etched in our souls. I know it's time for change, and it's going to be taken over by the Varun Group, a monumental beauty that they are going to construct. I know they'll do a fantastic job.
For generations, the Taj Gateway was more than a destination. It was a home away from home.
విశాఖపట్నం సిటీలో తలమానికంగా ఉంటూ అనేక మందికి ఉపాధిని కూడా కల్పిస్తుంది. ఇటువంటి మంచి ఉత్తమమైనటువంటి కార్యక్రమాలు నిర్విఘ్నంగా చక్కగా జరగాలని సదా మా ఆశీస్సులు ఉంటాయి. ప్రత్యేకంగా ప్రభు కిషోర్ గారు చేపట్టినటువంటి కార్యక్రమానికి మా ఆశీస్సులు ప్రార్థనలు సదా ఉంటాయి.
Time spares no one, not even legends. As Visakhapatnam grew, the need for modernization led to a difficult decision, one that marked the end of an era. Brick by brick, history was made for the future. It wasn't just a building coming down, it was a chapter closing. But every ending leads to a new beginning. From the vision of the Varun Group, a new landmark is set to rise. One that will redefine the Visakhapatnam skyline and bring a world-class experience to the city.
We wanted to create something that places Vizag on the global landscape. Inspired by Marina Bay Sands, Singapore, this new development will blend luxury, sustainability, and world-class experiences.
This is more than just a building. It's a transformation. A place where businesses, tourism, and modern living come together. Varun Group's commitment to innovation and excellence is shaping a future where Vizag competes with the world's best cities.
Visakhapatnam is a city which requires an expansion in its hospitality infrastructure. Varun Group is handling it. The city will get a lot of quality rooms and will be in one of the few cities in our country which can host a lot of international events. We're not just building a structure, we are creating a legacy for the future, one that carries forward the spirit of Taj Gateway into a new era.
Landmarks may change, but the memories they create never fade. The Taj Gateway will also have a place in Vizag's heart, and soon a new symbol of progress will rise in its place. Good morning and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Sunrise State, Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh embarked on a new journey of sustainable development through inclusive growth, where industry flourishes led by strong, decentralized, citizen-centric governance. Today, one family is showing that path of excellence for citizen-centric governance. Welcome to the Varun family story, the saga of success and the future that is destined to make this city a better place. I am Dr. Meenakshi Anantram, your own Meenamma, and it's a great pleasure for me to call upon to the dais the wonderful people who are the architects of the future and the VIPs of this morning. May I request our host, Varun Dev, Managing Director, Varun Group, to escort the very dynamic Shri Nara Lokesh, Honorable Minister for IT and HRD, to the center stage, please. Such a pleasure, Lokesh ji, to see you again. May I request the chairman of the Varun Group, Mr. V. Prabhu Kishore, to escort Shri Ashok Gajapati Rajagaru, former Minister, Government of India, and a friend to the Varun family, onto the center stage. It is at this time that I call upon the very wonderful Varsha Varulapalli, JMD Varun Hospitality Private Limited, to join us on behalf of the host team. A big hand, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful lady. May I request Varsha to help me receive onto the stage the Home Minister, Srimati V. Anita Garu. Thank you, Anita Garu, for gracing this occasion. May I also request the dynamic Shri K. Ram Mohan Naidu Garu, Minister for Civil Aviation, Government of India, to join us on stage. May I also request Shri Nadendra Manohar Garu, Minister of Civil Supplies, Food and Consumer Affairs, Government of Andhra Pradesh, to join us on stage. It is my great honor to inform you that we have with us Nara Bhuvaneshwari Garu, Vice Chairperson and MD, Heritage Foods, who chooses to sit with you in the audience. Madam, it's a great honor to have the wife of our wonderful Chief Minister with us. I'm honored to welcome you. May I request you all to kindly take your seats as I request the Varun family, Varun and Mr. Prabhu Kishore, to honor our guests with some shawls. Today is a great day in the history of the state of Andhra Pradesh. A day written in golden letters for the city of destiny, Visakhapatnam, when we receive the future of the country into a present that is so bubbling with energy. Thank you very much. May I request you to be seated, please. For every parent, when their child steps into their shoes, that is the day the parent steps one foot backwards. That is the day when their story is secure in the feet of their child. It is now time to start this morning with a welcome by the charming Varsha, who is the JMD of Varun Hospitality Private Limited. I wish Varsha all the best as she handles this wonderful event and welcomes you all.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, dear friends, esteemed guests and dignitaries, friends and family. Thank you all for coming, for making the time. It's indeed a very emotional, a heartfelt, and a very exciting morning for all of us. So Taj Hotel, as you know, it's very close to our heart, close to the heart of many of you sitting here. So this was rather an emotional decision, but also a very practical decision because the city needs something more. So it didn't sit right in our gut to just renovate Taj and keep the building as is. We wanted to do more because the property deserves more, the people of Vizag deserve more, the community deserves more. So that's why we're here, all of us together, to bring the dream into a reality. So thank you all for coming. My father has had a long love affair with the city of Vizag, much longer than his marriage. So you can see that passion in his heart, in his eyes. So there's no other city that deserves this beautiful project, Varun Bay Sands, more than Vizag. We want to elevate Vizag. We want to provide a better guest experience to guests. There's so much more we can offer to the community in terms of employment, in terms of revenue generation to the government. So I'm happy that we're all united in this endeavor to achieve that goal. So I welcome all of you. I hope you have a wonderful morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Varsha. So wonderfully said. When you fall in love hopelessly. This morning, we have with us a person who dares to dream. A person who dares to dream and wakes up to realize it. In calling the chairman of the Varun Group, I call upon a brother who always has the interest of his family, his group, and the state in his mind. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for us to listen to him as he tells us his plans for making Andhra Swarnandhra. Thank you so much for being here, and here I present Mr. Prabhu Kishore.
Nara Lokesh Garu, Honorable Minister, by virtue of seniority, my beloved 50-year-old friend, Sri Ashok Gajapatraj Garu, Ram Mohan Naid Garu, Manohar Garu, Anita Garu, and the friends and family members who are sitting in front of the dais. I thank all of you for accepting and coming over here on an important day for us. I also see my family members, all the staff members, colleagues. So thank you guys, you have done a good job. See this, when I go back to a little bit, I'll tell you about the history. I used to be here from 1992 to 1999. I never had a house. And I used to eat every day in the night in Taj Gateway. That was my dinner place. So, lot of emotions, lot of my friends got married, anniversaries, wedding parties, birthday parties, so many. This morning also a couple of people were telling me I got married here, I did my anniversary here. So this property happened to come to Varun Groups as one of the business verticals in 2018. Uma is sitting there, IHCL development head. She was part of that transaction. The reason I bought it was I didn't want to lose control on the neighboring property. I did not want apartments to come up and spoil the beach road because we see several worn out buildings on the beach road. And next to adjacent to Novotel, I didn't want it. I always say saris hanging, shirts and pants hanging from the balconies and the worn out paintings. So somehow I thought I should take this property. And then thereafter there were several, even the company said, IHCL said, when are you going to redo the property or redevelop the property? And we ran it for about 3 years. I had all the sanctions. You know, a sanction on the beach road takes about anywhere between 2 to 3 years or 4 years, starting from CRZ to pollution control, GHMC. So there were about 12, 14 permissions required. We acquired all the permissions by end of 2021. Then the question was, do I start it or hold it? If you recall, it was a tense moment actually. If I demolish what was there, it was doing good business, 3 crores a month. So if I demolish the existing structure, then I land into problem, so I'll be in trouble. The group will be in trouble. And it's disgraceful. So I went to Honorable Chief Minister now. That time he was an opposition leader. I went to him in 2022 and I informed him that I secured the permissions. Do I start it? Then he asked me, how much will it cost? I said, without the land, it will cost in excess of 600 crores. Then he said, no, don't. Just hang on. Have a pause. Hopefully we'll come back and then you can start work. That influenced me because he knows better than me. That influenced me to just do a little bit of reinstatement in the property, spending few lakhs, and I continued to operate that property. And IHCL was very cooperative. They said, it's up to you. It's up to you. Take a call. But it's a big call. I'm not a Tata or a Ambani or Adani. So we were just passing time. Then I informed Lokesh Garu, probably a later part. He said, go ahead, uncle, go ahead. Why are you even thinking now? Go ahead. I informed even Madam Bhuvaneshwari Garu, and she said, you have energy, Prabhu. You are a doer. So please go ahead. And similarly, many other people, many friends, many well-wishers. But on the other side, at home, my wife was saying, what age are you in? You're reaching 70 years. Are you going to be eternal? And why would you want to do this at this age? Why don't you sell it, or why don't you just make some apartments? Every day. And in support of her, whenever there was an argument, my little dogs or pups, they used to shout at me, they used to bark at me. Even the dogs used to bark at me. So it was and Varsha and Varun, initially they were saying, do it, but influenced by mother, they started saying, why don't you reinstate? Spend 20-30 crores and reinstate. So it was a big confusion. But then enough is enough. I thought it has to come to a halt. So we took a decision on 15th of December and we paid homage to the whole old Taj. Same Ashok Gajpatraj Garu, Swamiji were there. We had large pictures and we had some floral tributes to the old building. That was the end of that. Now, so this project is probably the largest project I am going to take up. We are doing one in Bangalore, which is almost halfway underway. And then probably we'll do one more in Hyderabad. Very soon we'll launch that also in about 3-4 months in front of KBR Park next to Telugu Desam office. So with these hospitality projects in hand, I think we'll reach about 1,600 key inventory in about 3 years from now. The kind of encouragement I received from the current government, starting from Honorable Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu Garu and Lokesh Garu, Bhuvaneshwar Garu and several others, is unbelievable, consistently. And that gave me energy, oxygen to do this now. I have a lovely team, amazing team, Without them, I cannot do anything. And one Mr. Brigadier Commodore Ravi, I don't know wherever he is. Can you please come to the front, Ravi? He joined us 3 months back, and he's a lot of energy for the project. He just retired from Navy, Indian Navy. Very able man. He was part of nuclear shipbuilding and all that. So a lot of work he is taking away from my shoulder. Now coming to the architects, I must say, whatever this hotel or Vijayawada or Bhimili, we invested 30 crores in 2015, Lokesh Garu, in Bhimili. When nobody was putting in 1 rupee in Bhimili, nobody was investing. We invested in 2015 in Bhimili. See, I am in love with Mother Bay of Bengal. When people were going from Vijayawada in 1970s, 80s to Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, I was probably one of the few guys who migrated from Vijayawada to Vizag. Very, very rare those days for someone to come to Vizag. I studied here. I fell in love with Bay of Bengal. So the result of that is my migration to Vizag and all these things, what I did in Vizag. So Bhimili we did that, and thanks to people, it's okay. No complaints, and now this major project in the beachfront Bay of Bengal. So this has now 374 Taj Varun Beach rooms. They're all large rooms with balconies. Unlike Novotel, we'll have about 140 rooms with balconies. We'll have a large convention center breaking into about 5 or 6 rooms, 36,000. And we'll have a sky office at a height of 300 feet, combining the hotel and the office building, which is a challenge, but we will do it. And the second building is an office building, grade 1 office building, which Lokesh Garu repeatedly encouraged me, saying that you can leave building number 2 to us. But the good point is, lately I received a lot of inquiries, sir, from different IBM and all, whom I happen to know. Hopefully that will be occupied, which was always a question mark. The third building is completely serviced apartments. So shampoo and soap also will be serviced. That's a third building with 10 apartments. I have wonderful team of consultants, and the legendary man is Mr. Mayuresh Katira, who is the senior most architect in this country. He started architecture when he was 18 years old, and now he is 84 or 90 or 100. I say you're 100 years, but he says, shut up. So he's an amazing man. He knows nothing but architecture, ably supported by Dara Katira, and now she has taken over. They have created, in my opinion, the best properties for us. I was telling Suma this morning, this property is the most successful hospitality property in this country. We started, I have no qualms to say that we invested 170 crores, and this property, this mother recovered everything by the end of 2024, which is a rare in the hospitality industry. It served many conventions, international conferences, doctors' meetings, unbelievable. So therefore, Lokesh Garu, always I am a believer. It is a chicken and egg story. When I started this, when I launched this project in 2006 or 7, people really were wondering, and my well-wishers also, they used to say, why are you doing this in Vizag? Because the hotels were not doing well in 2007-8. And 240 rooms and 6-screen multiplex, why are you doing this? It might be a great dent for you. But we created this, and rest is, everybody knows what happened. So it's a chicken and egg story. We create good facilities as business follows. When business follows, more facilities will come up. This is the best example for that. And now this project will hopefully get completed in 4 years. We'll do the office building in 2 years and the service apartments in 2 years. And Lokesh Garu wants, this morning also he was telling me, please finish it in 2 years. He and his father, they think we are magicians. I wish I have some switch that I pay some 500-600 crores into the slot machine and these buildings come out. I wish I have that. So, but with your support, sir, we will do everything possible. I will do everything possible to do very fast, as quickly as possible, because I'm also, as my wife says, you are getting older. I'll try to remain fit as a fiddle, and the same group who are sitting here, and Madam Bhuvaneshwar, I am very fond of her. Let me tell you allow me to say a few things about her. I know her since 1989. I am saying this in front of everybody. She was a housewife, and circumstances in 1995, 1996, when Sir became Chief Minister in 1995, she was pushed into business. It was not her choice, but she moved into business. She was only a housewife, she knew nothing. And Heritage was a startup, small company, which started probably in 89, 90 types. Am I right, Bhuna? And she, every day she used to go at about 10:30 until 5:30, 4:30. And she played a profound role in whatever Heritage is today. Do you agree with? Always agree with the mother, that's what he says. So, and this is a fact. The second part is, 2 years back, when Destiny took the family, forced the family to come out and fight for justice, she came out. She never came out into the politics, speeches, etc., etc., whatever I know of her. And I used to go in 90s to her every 2-3 months. She was a great listener, and I bore people like this. So, but she was listening and listening. She never tried to cut the meeting. She always gave me appointments. Every year, every 2-3 months, I used to go to her office in Eramanjil next to NIMS. Now, this lady comes out, and she has shown resilience in a difficult situation, resilience. She traveled, she fought for her husband, and the rest is, everybody knows what happened. So, Bhuvaneshwari Garu, give her a big clap. Give big clap, because I'm not trying to impress anybody. There is no need at all. But I'm telling you a fact. I was a silent watcher, and since I know her for almost 35 years, particularly 30 years, I thought this is the right occasion for me to tell people this is the past, this is history. So as a family, they are very supportive, cohesive, affectionate, and I owe them a lot. Now this project, the new project, I hope I can inaugurate in 2029 with the same dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, unless they insist that Mr. Chandrababu Naidu Garu has to be here. And he was asking me when I met him a month ago, he says, please finish it 1 year before next election. And Lokesh Garu also was saying, finish it, finish it. Now, and some of the people working on this project are known to him, good friends to him. As much as I can, you have to drive the project. Ram Mohan Naidu Garu, wherever he is, my good friend, Eram Naidu Garu's son, he's like our Varun Varsha. I know him again from childhood. Anita Garu, thank you very much. Aggressive lady on foot. My beloved friend Nadalu Manohar Garu, he's always a great supporter. He always says, Prabhu, do it, do it. It was a very mixed reaction. That's why I'm saying so many times. It's not easy for a small guy like me to invest about 850 crores on a hotel project or on a three-acre site. So this is the past. I honestly urge all of you in all humility to give your best wishes. People sitting here, people outside, I need all your blessings and best wishes. Thank you very much. I'll do a great job. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Prabhu Kishore. In the passing of Arthur, a famous poet had said, the old order must change, giving way to the new. So the lady, the old Taj as we know her, right from her time when she was sea pearl till she became the gateway, will never die. Her innings will go on, and we will party and have fun. But to make all this possible, Varun family has called in a commander of an architect. I will be failing in my duty if I did not call the Guru Pita of architecture onto the stage. May I request the Varun family, Mrs. Lakshmi, to kindly come up, Varun, Varsha and Mr. Prabhu Kishore, to felicitate Shri Mayuresh Katira, Spatial Designs. It's a great honor. Mumbai se aaya mera dost, a dost who's beyond his time, beyond the magic of just being a creator of buildings. Mr. Katira is a legend for all those in the space of architecture. He's a name written with golden letters in the architecture story of the country, India. It's an honor, ladies and gentlemen, to ask Lakshmi and Prabhu with their children to honor this wonderful man. May I also request Mrs. Katira to join us on stage. Ma'am, behind every successful man is a woman. Behind every successful woman is a man who loves her more than himself. Thank you for being Mrs. Katira. Thank you. The Katiras prove that age is not a bar when it comes to excellence. Irrespective of the numbers on your chronological orders, you are timeless in every edifice you create. Just like man, we can create our magic ourselves. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Katira, for being here. It is now time for me to request Ms. Suma Venkatesh, Executive Vice President, Real Estates and Development, IHCL from the Taj Group, to join us on stage as the HOA Agreement Exchange with the Taj Group and Varun Group and the brochure launch happen at one time. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we've been waiting for, a marriage between two giants, the Taj Group and our own Varun Group. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the official agreement exchange. From this moment on, put your hands together for the HOA agreement exchange with the Taj Group and the Varun Group. Taj Bay Sands, ladies and gentlemen, is ours. Taj Varun Bay Sands. May I request for the memento, the brochures also to be given. Each of you will receive a kit with a brochure in it. Would like you to appreciate every sentence that has gone into presenting this beautiful edifice. It's a 3-in-1 package, 3 buildings, 1 Bay Sands. May I request for the chairman to kindly help us. We will launch the brochure now. I would love to have Mr. Katira at this moment with us, sir, if you can make it. I'm so sorry to trouble you, sir. Just a minute as we call Mr. Katira up. Such an honor to have you, sir. A warm welcome to all our MPs and MLAs. Thank you, sir, for being with us. Such an honor to see the young, charming men in the audience. I also recognize the presence of Mr. Kollu Ravindra Garu, Minister for Excise, Government of Andhra Pradesh. Thank you, sir, for joining us. A warm welcome to all the IAS and IPS officers from the district administration. We have the model in front of us. You can compare notes with the brochure and the model. Top class amenities coming our way. Visakhapatnam will soon become the MICE destination for the country and for global investors. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. You may remain seated now. The state of Andhra Pradesh is blessed by a host of wonderful young people. In their seat as ministers, have added value, showcasing India having 54% of their population below the age of 25. We have with us a young woman, a leader, in the Home Minister, Srimati V. Anita. It's my great honor to request Anita Garu to say a few words on this occasion. Put your hands together for the dynamic Shri V. Anita.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం అండి. ఒక వండర్ఫుల్ మూమెంట్ ఇది. ఎందుకంటే ఒక హిస్టారిక్ మూమెంట్ వైజాగ్లో. ఈ హిస్టారిక్ మూమెంట్లో మమ్మల్ని కూడా పార్టిసిపేషన్కి అనుమతి ఇచ్చినందుకు, అట్ ద సేమ్ టైం మంచి అవకాశం ఇచ్చినందుకు ప్రత్యేకంగా ప్రభు కిషోర్ గారికి నేను ధన్యవాదాలు, నమస్కారాలు తెలియజేసుకుంటున్నా. ఈరోజు ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి బోనం వస్తున్నారంటేనే నేను చాలా ఎగ్జైట్ ఫీల్ అయ్యా. ఎందుకంటే ఈరోజు వైజాగ్కి ఒక ఐకానిక్ మూమెంట్లా ఇది ఫీల్ అవ్వాలి మేమందరం కూడా. యాజ్ అ వైజాగ్ పీపుల్గా ఒక హిస్టారిక్ మూమెంట్ కింద కూడా మేము ఫీల్ అవ్వాలి. దానికి ఈరోజు మా అందరికీ అమ్మ బోనం వచ్చేసరికి ఇంకొంచెం దానికి విలువ పెరిగింది. అమ్మకి కూడా ప్రత్యేకంగా నేను నమస్కారాలు తెలియజేసుకుంటున్నా. అది ఈరోజు ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి ముఖ్య అతిథిగా విచ్చేసిన మా యువ నాయకుడు, మా పార్టీ జాతీయ ప్రధాన కార్యదర్శి, ఐటీ అండ్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ మినిస్టర్, ఎడ్యుకేషన్లోనే రిఫార్మ్స్ తీసుకురావటానికి ఎప్పుడు కూడా తను ముందుంటాను అని చెప్పి నడిపించిన వ్యక్తి, ప్రత్యేకంగా నా సోదరుడు నాయకుడు లోకేష్ గారికి ప్రత్యేకంగా నేను నమస్కారాలు, ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేసుకుంటూ, పెద్దలు గౌరవనీయులు అందరికీ కూడా మన ఉత్తరాంధ్రకే పెద్ద నాయకుడు, పార్టీకి పెద్ద, అదేవిధంగా మా అందరికీ కూడా దిక్సూచి లాంటి వ్యక్తి, విలువలతో కూడిన రాజకీయాలు ఎలాగో మాకు నేర్పిస్తున్న వ్యక్తి అశోక్ గజపతిరాజు గారికి కూడా ప్రత్యేకంగా ధన్యవాదాలు, నమస్కారాలు తెలియజేసుకుంటూ, మా సోదరుడిని నేను నాయకుడు అనాలి. అదేవిధంగా చిన్న వయసులోనే కేంద్ర మంత్రి హోదాలో ఉండి ఈరోజు ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ ప్రైడ్నే కాకుండా తెలుగు వాళ్ళ ప్రైడ్ని కూడా ఢిల్లీలో చాటి చెప్తూ, ఎక్కడైనా రామ్మోహన్ వెళ్తే తెలుగు అబ్బాయి, మా ఉత్తరాంధ్ర అబ్బాయి అని చెప్పుకునేంత గర్వంగా ఉన్న నా సోదరుడు రామ్మోహన్ నాయుడు గారికి ప్రత్యేకంగా ధన్యవాదాలు. అదేవిధంగా ఈరోజు ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి విచ్చేసిన మా సోదరులు సివిల్ సప్లైస్ మినిస్టర్, ఎప్పుడు కూడా సౌమ్యులు, ఎక్కడ కనిపించిన అమ్మ ఎలా ఉన్నావో ఆప్యాయంగా పలకరించిన సోదరుడు మనోహర్ గారికి కూడా ప్రత్యేకంగా ధన్యవాదాలు. ఎస్పెషల్లీ ఈ కార్యక్రమానికి ఇంత అందాన్ని తీసుకొచ్చిన చాలామంది పురప్రముఖులు, ముఖ్యంగా వైజాగ్లో ఉన్న చాలామంది పురప్రముఖులు ఇక్కడికి వచ్చారు. అదేవిధంగా మా మినిస్టర్ కొల్లు రవీంద్ర గారికి, ఎంపీ గారు భరత్ గారికి, అదేవిధంగా సీఎం రమేష్ గారికి, మా సోదరులు ఎమ్మెల్యే అందరికీ కూడా పేరు పేరున నేను ధన్యవాదాలు, నమస్కారాలు తెలియజేసుకుంటూ, వచ్చిన కలెక్టర్ గారికి, అదేవిధంగా మా సిపి గారికి, ముఖ్యంగా పెద్దలు గౌరవనీయులు గురువు గారికి కూడా ప్రత్యేకంగా ధన్యవాదాలు. ఎస్పెషల్లీ సార్ తాలూకా విజన్ ఏదైతే 2047 విజన్ అయితే ఉందో ఆ విజన్కి అనుగుణంగా ఈరోజు వైజాగ్ ముందుకెళ్తుందని చెప్పడానికి ఈ ఐకానిక్ ఇది ఒకటి డ్రీమ్గా మేము అనుకున్నాం. కానీ ఈరోజు ఇక్కడ సాకారం కాబోతున్నందుకు నేను చాలా హ్యాపీగా ఉన్నా. వైజాగ్ అన్నది హ్యాపెనింగ్ సిటీ, ముఖ్యంగా చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారికి, మా సీఎం గారికి చాలా ఇష్టమైన సిటీ. ఎందుకంటే చాలా సందర్భాల్లో నేను విశాఖపట్నం సిటీని ఇష్టపడతాను అనలేదు, విశాఖపట్నం సిటీ అంటే నాకు ప్రేమ ఎక్కువ, నేను ప్రేమిస్తాను అనే పదాలు చాలా సందర్భాల్లో ఉపయోగించారు. ఆయన లాస్ట్ 2014 to 19 కూడా సీఎంగా ఉన్నప్పుడు కూడా చాలా సందర్భాల్లో కంపల్సరీగా విశాఖపట్నాన్ని ఐటీ హబ్గా మార్చాలి, ఫినాన్షియల్ క్యాపిటల్గా కూడా మార్చాలి అని చెప్పి చాలా సందర్భాల్లో మనం అందరం కూడా మాట్లాడుకోవడం, దానికి అనుగుణంగా ముందుకెళ్ళడం కూడా జరిగింది. ఇక్కడ ప్రభు కిషోర్ గారి గురించి ఒక విషయం చెప్తాను. నేను చాలా ఆశ్చర్యపోయాను. సార్ మీరు నాకు లాస్ట్ టైం నేను మినిస్టర్ అయినప్పుడు సార్ నాకు ఇదే విషయాన్ని చెప్పారు. 21లోనే నాకు పర్మిషన్స్ వచ్చినా నేను కట్టనా లేదా అని బాబు గారి దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి అడిగినప్పుడు సార్ నో అన్నారమ్మా అని ఆ రోజు నాతో చెప్పారు. సార్ నాకు బాగా గుర్తుంది. కానీ ఇంతమంది ముందు ఆ విషయాన్ని పొలిటికల్గా కొంత ప్రాబ్లం ఉన్నప్పటికీ కూడా యాజ్ ఏ బిజినెస్ పర్సన్ మీరు ఆ విషయాన్ని బయటకు చెప్పారంటే మీ కృతజ్ఞతా భావానికి థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. ఎందుకనంటే ఆ రోజు అంటే అది చెప్పడానికి చాలామంది భయపడతారు. యాజ్ ఎ బిజినెస్ పర్సన్స్గా ఆ రోజు నేను మాట్లాడాను, ఈరోజు ఇప్పుడు కట్టమన్నారు అని చెప్పేటప్పుడు కూడా చాలామంది భయపడతారు బిజినెస్ పర్సన్స్. ఎందుకంటే పాలిటిక్స్ ఎప్పుడు ఎలా ఉంటుందో తెలియదు కదా అనే విషయంలో ఉంటారు. కానీ ధైర్యంగా నేను చాలా ఆశ్చర్యపోయాను సార్ నోటి నుంచి ఆ మాట వచ్చేసరికి. సార్ ఫెల్ట్ సో హ్యాపీ. ఎందుకంటే ఒక కృతజ్ఞతాభావంతో సార్ చెప్పారు, మళ్ళీ నేను ఇప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ చేశాను అని చెప్పి స్టార్ట్ చేస్తున్నందుకు, ముఖ్యంగా వైజాగ్ ఒక ప్రైడ్ తీసుకొస్తున్నందుకు ప్రత్యేకంగా ప్రభు కిషోర్ గారికి ధన్యవాదాలు. ముఖ్యంగా ప్రభు కిషోర్ గారు వాళ్ళ మిస్సెస్కి కూడా నేను ప్రత్యేకంగా ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేసుకుంటా. ఎందుకంటే చాలామంది నేను చాలా ప్రౌడ్గా చెప్తాను సార్, ఎవరి సక్సెస్ఫుల్ మెన్ వెనకాతల కంపల్సరీగా ఉమెన్ ఉంటారు. దానికి ఈరోజు మీ పిల్లలు కానీ వరుణ్ అండ్ వర్ష వీళ్ళిద్దరికీ, ఎస్పెషల్లీ సీనియర్ మోస్ట్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్, ఫాదర్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ అని వచ్చాము సార్ని కూడా థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. ఎందుకంటే ఇంత ఎగ్జైట్ అవ్వాలి, నేను ఒకసారి సార్తో అన్నాను మా బాబు కూడా ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ చేస్తున్నాడండి అంటే డెఫినెట్గా పంపించండి అమ్మా, ఒకసారి ట్రైన్ అప్ కూడా అవుతాడని చెప్పారు. సో నేను సార్ని చూసేసరికి అదే అనుకున్నా, ఒకసారి ఇలాంటి వాళ్ళందరినీ గ్యాదర్ చేయాలి అని. థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్, మంచి ఆపర్చునిటీ నాకు ఇచ్చినందుకు థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. I request for a brief greeting to be given. Today I'm very proud as a spokesperson, as an anchor. 30 years back onwards, I have shared a very great relationship with the father of this boy on stage. And for the first time in my life, it's an honor to call upon Shri K. Ram Mohan Naidu in his position as Minister of Civil Aviation, Government of India.
థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్. వేదికను అలంకరించిన పెద్దలు, యువకులు, మా అందరికీ కూడా ఎంతో ఆదర్శవంతమైన నాయకులు, రాష్ట్ర రాజకీయాల్లో పెనుమార్పులు సృష్టించి రేపు భవిష్యత్తులో రాష్ట్రానికి, ముఖ్యంగా ఈ ఉత్తరాంధ్ర ప్రాంతానికి నేనున్నానని ధైర్యం, నమ్మకం కల్పిస్తున్నటువంటి వ్యక్తి సోదరులు రాష్ట్ర మంత్రివర్యులు లోకేష్ అన్న గారు. అలాగే గురువులు, నాకు తండ్రితో సమానమైన వ్యక్తి, ఎన్నో సందర్భాల్లో చెప్పాను. అలాగే ఈరోజు నేను ఒక కేంద్ర మంత్రిగా సివిల్ ఏవియేషన్లో కొన్ని కార్యక్రమాలు చేయగలుగుతున్నానంటే దానికి మొట్టమొదటిగా పునాది వేసినటువంటి వ్యక్తి. అలాగే ప్రిన్సిపల్స్లో కానీ డిసిప్లిన్లో కానీ ఆంధ్ర రాష్ట్ర రాజకీయాల్లో కాదు, దేశంలోనే కాదు, ప్రపంచంలో కూడా రాజకీయాలు మొట్టమొదట అడుగేసినప్పుడు ఏ విలువలతో మనం వేసామో ఆఖరి వరకు, నేటి వరకు కూడా అదే విలువల్ని కాపాడుకుంటూ ఎక్కడ డీవియేషన్ లేకుండా ఉన్నటువంటి ఏకైక వ్యక్తి పెద్దలు అశోక్ గజపతి రాజు గారు. అలాగే మంత్రులు సోదరిమణి అనిత గారు, నాదెళ్ల మనోహర్ గారు, అలాగే మేజర్గా మన వరుణ్ గ్రూప్ మరి పెద్దలు ప్రభు కిషోర్ గారు, ఆల్మోస్ట్ లైక్ ఫ్యామిలీ మెంబర్ లాగా నాన్నగారితో, ఎర్రనాయుడు గారితో ఒక మంచి అనుబంధంని ఇలా నాతో వరకు కూడా ఈరోజు కొనసాగిస్తూ, మరి నాకు కూడా వాళ్ళ ఫ్యామిలీలో ఒక మెంబర్గా ఆయన ఇచ్చినటువంటి గౌరవానికి, రెస్పెక్ట్కి ఎప్పుడు కూడా నేను రుణపడి ఉంటానని కూడా ఈ వేదిక ద్వారా తెలియజేసుకుంటూ, అలాగే వరుణ్, వర్ష, ఆల్ ది ఫ్యామిలీ మెంబర్స్, everyone who is here, a warm good morning to each and every one of you. అందరికీ కూడా నా హృదయపూర్వక నమస్కారాలు. ఈరోజు మీటింగ్ తాలూకు మూడ్ చూస్తుంటే ఒక కొత్త హోటల్ వైజాగ్లో ఇనాగరేట్ ఫౌండేషన్ చేస్తున్నాం అన్నటువంటి ఆలోచన కంటే ఒక కుటుంబ కార్యక్రమం ఏ రకంగా అందరం కూడా కలిసిమెలిసి ఆనందంగా ఒక ప్రోగ్రామ్ చేసుకుంటున్నామో ఆ రకమైనటువంటి ఫీలింగ్ ఈరోజు మిమ్మల్ని అందరినీ కూడా చూస్తే కలుగుతుంది. దానికి కారణం ఏంటంటే వరుణ్ గ్రూప్ కానీ, ప్రభు కిషోర్ గారు కానీ విశాఖపట్నంలో ఉన్నటువంటి ఆ కమ్యూనిటీతో, ఫ్యామిలీస్తో ఏ రకంగా కలవడిగా కలిసిమెలిసి ఉంటున్నారు అనడానికి ఇప్పుడు జరుగుతున్నటువంటి కార్యక్రమమే ప్రత్యేకమైనటువంటి ఉదాహరణ. ఐ థింక్ దిస్ ఇస్ నాట్ ఎనీ business meeting or official meeting. This is more like a family program where everyone is involved like a family, everyone is emotionally connected to this program. And Taj Gateway anedi indaka cheppinattu ento mandiki manchi అనుభవాలు, మంచి మధుర క్షణాలతో కనెక్ట్ అయినటువంటిది. నేను కూడా చిన్నప్పుడు మా నాన్నగారు అప్పుడు క్యాబినెట్ మినిస్టర్గా ఉన్నప్పుడు అక్కడ తాజ్ గేట్వేలో ఒక 2 రాత్రులు ఉన్నాం. అప్పటికే చాలా మెమరబుల్ అనమాట. తాజ్లో ఉన్నాం, మేము ఇక్కడ ఉన్నామని చాలా గొప్పగా మేము మళ్ళీ మా స్కూల్స్కి వెళ్ళినప్పుడు మా ఫ్రెండ్స్తో అందరితో కూడా చెప్పుకునేవాళ్ళం. అది ఇప్పటికీ కూడా నాకు అలా గుర్తుంది. తాజ్ గేట్వే అంటే ఒక చాలా మంచి మెమరీలా నాన్నగారితో మేము కూడా అక్కడ ఉన్నామని. అదే రకంగా ఈరోజు మళ్ళీ ఒక క్యాబినెట్ మినిస్టర్గా దాని ఫౌండేషన్ స్టోన్ ప్రోగ్రాంలో మళ్ళీ నేను ఇన్వాల్వ్ అయ్యి కార్యక్రమాలు చేస్తున్నానంటే ఐ ఫీల్ వీఆర్ ఆల్ సమ్వేర్ కనెక్టెడ్ టు దిస్ హోల్ థింగ్. అండ్ దిస్ ఈస్ నాట్ జస్ట్ వరుణ్ గ్రూప్స్ prestigious program, but this is a program which is connected to the development of the city. Vizag is one of the most beautiful cities in the country, and I've heard it from people who are not from Vizag, who are not from Andhra also. Meeru deshamlo ento mandi Vizag vachina vallatho meeru andaru kuda maatladte, they will all be so surprised with the kind of city Vizag is. It's a very inviting city. Andarini premistaru, andarini kuda accept chestaru, invite chestaru. ఎవరైనా నచ్చకపోతే వాళ్ళకి ఎలా బుద్ధి చెప్పాలో కూడా చాలా బ్రహ్మాండంగా తెలిసిన సిటీ కూడా విశాఖపట్నం సిటీ. సో ఊరికే అమాయకుల్లా ఉన్నారని ఇష్టం వచ్చినట్టు చేసినా సరే వాళ్ళకి కూడా బుద్ధి చెప్పడానికి ఎలా చెప్పాలో అది కూడా ప్రశాంతంగా, ఎక్కడ ఎటువంటి డివియేషన్ లేకుండా ప్రశాంతంగా బుద్ధి చెప్పే ప్రజలు కూడా విశాఖపట్నం ప్రజలు. అలాంటి ప్రజలకి ఈ సిటీ ఎంత చేసిన తర్వాత తిరిగి ఇవ్వాల్సిన బాధ్యత కూడా పెద్దల దగ్గర ఉంది. ప్రభు కిషోర్ గారు ఇప్పుడే చెప్పారు, వర్ష కూడా, ఇట్స్ లైక్ అ లవ్ అఫేర్ అని. ఎంత స్ట్రాంగ్గా ఉందో లవ్ అఫేర్, ఈజ్ నాట్ ఏబుల్ టు లీవ్ ఇట్ యెట్. అప్పటి నుంచి ఆల్మోస్ట్ వరుణ్ నోవోటెల్ పెట్టిన తర్వాత సిటీ ల్యాండ్స్కేప్కి ఒక లెవెలప్ జరిగింది. దాని తర్వాత మళ్ళీ ఈరోజు వరుణ్ బేస్ హ్యాండ్స్తో మళ్ళీ ఇంకో లెవెల్కి ఈ సిటీని తీసుకెళ్లే అవకాశం మళ్ళీ ఆయన ద్వారా ఈరోజు కలుగుతుంది. ఐ విష్ ద వరుణ్ గ్రూప్ ద వెరీ బెస్ట్ ఇన్ ద ఫ్యూచర్. వీఆర్ ఆల్ వెరీ కాన్ఫిడెంట్. మీరు చెప్తున్నారు మీ దగ్గర మ్యాజిక్ లేదని, కానీ బట్ యూ హ్యావ్ మ్యాజిక్. ది ఇంగ్రీడియంట్స్ ఆఫ్ ద మ్యాజిక్ దట్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఈజ్ యువర్ డిసిప్లిన్, యువర్ ఫోకస్ అండ్ యువర్ కమిట్మెంట్. And as youngsters, we feel very inspired by the way you have led your life, you have led the institution, and you have led yourselves in the society. And we all have a lot to learn from you and the way you do things. And definitely that is going to pave the way for a much better future for the city itself. And I'm very thankful to Lokesh Annagar also for putting special focus on Visakhapatnam city and the development of North Andhra. చాలా రోజుల నుంచి మనందరికీ ఉండిపోయేది ఎందుకు మనం డెవలప్ కావట్లేదని. కానీ లోకేష్ అన్న గారు ప్రత్యేకంగా విశాఖపట్నం మీద దృష్టి పెట్టి చిన్న చిన్న విషయాల మీద కూడా ఆయన ఒక మంచి గైడెన్స్తో, ముఖ్యంగా నేను ఆయనతో డావోస్ కూడా వెళ్ళినప్పుడు చూశాను, ఆంధ్రాలో ఏదైనా కంపెనీ వస్తుంది ఇన్వైట్ చేస్తుందని అంటే ఆయన మొట్టమొదటిగా చెప్పే సిటీ విశాఖపట్నం. మా విశాఖపట్నంలో మీరు రండి, మా విశాఖపట్నంలో పెట్టండి అని చెప్పి ఆయన ఇక్కడ స్పెషల్ ఫోకస్ కింద చేస్తున్నటువంటి కార్యక్రమాలకి ఒక ఉత్తరాంధ్ర వాసిగా నేను గర్వపడుతున్నాను. ఆయన చేస్తున్నటువంటి సహకారానికి ప్రత్యేకంగా కృతజ్ఞతలు కూడా తెలియజేసుకుంటున్నాను. ఆయన సహకారంతో ఈరోజు టీసీఎస్ కూడా ఒక అద్భుతమైనటువంటి ఫెసిలిటీ మన యంగ్స్టర్స్కి ఉద్యోగాలు ఇవ్వడానికి ఇక్కడ కొంతకాలంలోనూ కూడా మొదలు పెట్టబోతున్నారు. అలాగే విశాఖపట్నంకి ఇన్ అండ్ అరౌండ్ మనం చూసుకుంటే ఈరోజు నాకు కూడా ఒక గర్వకారణం ఏంటంటే కొత్తగా ఒక ఎయిర్పోర్ట్ భోగాపురంలో మనం నిర్మించుకోబోతున్నాం. ఒక బల్క్ డ్రగ్ పార్క్ ఇన్ అండ్ అరౌండ్ విశాఖపట్నంలో బల్క్ డ్రగ్ పార్క్, అలాగే ఆర్సిలార్ మిట్టల్ స్టీల్, అలాగే మనకి హైడ్రోజన్ పార్క్, మనకి రైల్వే హెడ్ క్వార్టర్స్, ఒక జోనల్ హెడ్ క్వార్టర్స్, ఇలా ఎన్నో విషయాలు విశాఖపట్నాన్ని ఒక సెంటర్గా చేసుకొని కేంద్ర రాష్ట్ర ప్రభుత్వాల తాలూకా సహకారంతో, అలాగే చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారి తాలూకా విజనరీ అప్రోచ్తో మనం డెవలప్ చేసుకోబోతున్నాం. ఇవన్నీ జరుగుతున్నప్పుడు ముఖ్యంగా కావాల్సింది, నిన్న కూడా ఐపీఎల్ గేమ్ జరిగింది. ఐపీఎల్ గేమ్లో ముఖ్యంగా ఎక్కువ మాట్లాడుకుంటుంది ఏంటంటే హోటల్స్ లేవండి ఇక్కడ విశాఖపట్నంలో. ఎందుకంటే మేము ఇంకా ఇన్వైట్ చేస్తున్నాం, ఇంకా క్రికెటర్స్ ఇక్కడ రావాలి, టీమ్స్ రావాలి, ఇక్కడ ఆడాలి అని అంటే ఆ ఈకో సిస్టమ్ మీద ఎక్కువ స్ట్రెస్ పెడుతున్నారు. ఆ ఈకో సిస్టమ్ని డెవలప్ చేయడానికి మరి ప్రభు కిషోర్ గారు ఈ యొక్క కార్యక్రమాన్ని తీసుకొని ఆయన చేయనక్కర్లేదు. ఇందాక ఆయనే చెప్పారు, ఆ వయసులో ఇంత కష్టం తీసుకొని ఇంత ఆలోచనతో ఇట్స్ నాట్ ఇన్ ఈజీ థింగ్ టు డూ. ఈజియెస్ట్ థింగ్ వుడ్ హ్యావ్ బీన్ ఉన్న తాజ్ గేట్వేని కొంచెం రెనోవేట్ చేసి అద్దాలు మార్చి పేరు చక్కగా పెట్టుకొని చేసుంటే అన్నీ మనం ఏం ఇబ్బంది పడేవాళ్ళం కాదు. బాగా చేశారు, ఉన్న గేట్వేని బాగా డెవలప్ చేశారని. కానీ ఒక ఐకానిక్ బిల్డింగ్ని కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేయాలి, ఇంత ఆపర్చునిటీ ఉన్నప్పుడు 100%గా 200% మనం ఏం చేయగలం అని ఒక విజన్తో ఈరోజు చేస్తున్నందుకు, ఆ కమిట్మెంట్తో ఈ యొక్క సైట్ని డెవలప్ చేయాలి అన్న ఆలోచనతో ముందుకెళ్తున్నందుకు ప్రభు కిషోర్ గారికి మరొక్కసారి వేదిక మీద నుంచి ప్రత్యేకమైనటువంటి అభినందనలు తెలియజేసుకుంటున్నాను. అండ్ దిస్ విల్ బీ అ ప్రాజెక్ట్ విచ్ ఇస్ గోయింగ్ టు చేంజ్ ద హోల్ ల్యాండ్స్కేప్ ఆఫ్ వైజాగ్. And I truly believe in it, and I truly believe that you can finish it in 2 years also. So time we are not going to change the time, it is still going to be the same. And andram kuda ide ఆనందమైన వాతావరణంలో మళ్ళీ ఆ వరుణ్ తాజ్ బేస్ హ్యాండ్స్ని ఓపెన్ చేయడానికి ఇంకా మరింత ఉత్సాహంగా ముఖ్యమంత్రి గారు చంద్రబాబు నాయుడు గారి చేతుల మీదుగా చేసుకుంటాం. అది ఖచ్చితంగా జరిగి తీరుతుంది. దీనికి ఎప్పుడు కూడా సపోర్ట్ చేస్తున్నటువంటి వైజాగ్ ఫ్యామిలీకి, ఫ్రెండ్స్కి, కమ్యూనిటీకి అందరికీ కూడా మరొకసారి ఈ వేదిక ద్వారా శుభాకాంక్షలు తెలియజేసుకుంటూ సెలవు తీసుకుంటున్నాను. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
థ్యాంక్ యూ రామన్ గారు. మీరు ఒక చాలా మంచి పని చూసారా? నోటీస్ సంథింగ్. There are 2 civil aviation ministers sitting side by side. One is the past, one is the present. There are also 2 people who are going to bring back the past legacy of Taj into the present legacy of Taj. So what a culmination of the past and the present and the future. Lovely to have you with us. May I request Minister of Civil Supplies, Food and Consumer Affairs, Government of Andhra Pradesh, Shri Nadendra Manohar Garu, to say a few words of greetings on this occasion.
Thank you, ma'am. పెద్దలు భువనేశ్వరి గారికి నమస్కారం చెప్పుకుంటూ, వేదికను అలంకరించిన రాష్ట్ర హెచ్ఆర్డి మినిస్టర్ గారు, స్కిల్ డెవలప్మెంట్ మినిస్టర్ గారు, ఐటీ మినిస్టర్ గారు, రాష్ట్ర భవిష్యత్తు దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకుని అనుక్షణం పనిచేసే వ్యక్తి నారా లోకేష్ గారు, అదేవిధంగా కేంద్రంలో నిజంగా మనం ఈరోజు ఆర్థికంగా ఇబ్బందులు పడుతున్నా కూడా రాష్ట్రం గురించి ఇక్కడ ఏదో విధంగా మనం అభివృద్ధి చేసుకుని ముందు తీసుకెళ్ళడానికి తోడ్పడుతున్న రామ్మోహన్ నాయుడు గారికి, యూనియన్ మినిస్టర్ ఫర్ సివిల్ ఏవియేషన్, అదేవిధంగా సహచార మంత్రివర్యులు అనిత గారికి, కొల్లు రవీంద్ర గారికి, వేదికను అలంకరించిన వరుణ్ కుటుంబానికి, ప్రత్యేకంగా పార్లమెంట్ సభ్యులు భరత్ గారికి, సీఎం రమేష్ గారికి, ఇక్కడ విచ్చేసిన గౌరవ శాసనసభ్యులకు, నేను ఈ సందర్భంగా ఇటువంటి ఒకేషన్లో నేను పాల్గొనడం అనేది నేను గర్వపడే అంశం ప్రధానంగా ప్రభు కిషోర్ గారి పట్టుదల. Between 2014 and 19, he always used to question me whenever we used to meet for breakfast when I was visiting Visakhapatnam. When is it that you guys will move away from Hyderabad and come and settle in Andhra Pradesh? This was a constant conversation that we used to have. We progressed from 2014-19 to 1924. And in his words, when he described it was a disgrace, I know what he went through. I know the pain and suffering. An entrepreneur of his ability, who is leading a team of 20,000 plus employees, whose passion is for Andhra Pradesh and for development of Visakhapatnam and for the people who live here. For a person like that to say that he went through tense moments in his quest to invest and improve the infrastructure facilities here is so saddening that truly 2019 to 24 in our state was a little beyond disgrace. We've all come together through those tough times. I still remember how Pavan Kalyan Garu and I, when we stayed at Novotel, we were hotel arrested for 3 nights for no reason. And that is also an emotional moment for me, because when I come back to Novotel here every time, in fact last night my secretary was reminding me, this is the same room that we stayed in the last time when we got arrested in. So, Kalyan Garu Rozu, when we came here, we just came here to meet with the people, take representations from the ordinary people of how lawlessness was prevailing here, of how land grabbing was happening in this city, which was a beautiful destination for the whole of India. And they just came and made sure that we didn't even come out of the hotel for 3 nights. And Prabhu Kishore Garu, even in that turmoil, used to call me and say, do something and get out of this place because I'm losing my business here. But in all fairness, our moment, those 3 nights was the one which culminated in this bonding. Chandrababu Naidu Garu reached out to Pavan Kalyan Garu that night and gave this assurance that let us all come together and fight, to get justice back into the state, to prevent this lawlessness, to fight for basic needs of the people in terms of expressing our desire or our needs. అది కూడా లేకుండా ఒక ఆర్డినరీ సామాన్యుడు మాట్లాడుకోలేని పరిస్థితి తీసుకొస్తే ఈ రాష్ట్రంలో we all have to come together అనే ఆ జర్నీ నిజంగా ఈరోజు ఇట్స్ కల్మినేటింగ్ ఇన్ టు ఇన్వెస్ట్మెంట్ లైక్ దిస్. I really appreciate Prabhu Kishore Garu for his grit and determination in taking this forward. Chandrababu Naidu Gari vision, ప్రతి క్యాబినెట్లో నేను వింటూ ఒక్కోసారి ఆశ్చర్యపోతూ ఉంటాను. He wants 20% growth in tourism industry. He wants 50,000 rooms to be added to the hospitality sector in the next 5 years. With that kind of a thought process from our leader and Pavan Kalyan Garu, and of course my colleague Kandul Durgesh Garu is the tourism minister, I can assure you that Jansena party along with Aviation party and Bharatiya Janata party, we will be facilitators for people like you to come and invest and feel proud that as government we are here to handhold you, to ensure that you have a very comfortable road ahead instead of a bumpy, dark road which was there in the past. My heartfelt congratulations to Varsha Garu, Varun Garu, Lakshmi Garu. I remember how much she also shared her passion about Visakhapatnam and how each one of us suffered in our journeys. In the morning I was reminding Prabhu Kishore Garu, the bonding is much more than a government to a businessman. The bonding is more because each one of us have a personal story to share of what happened in the past 5 years. And to overcome that, I think we need investment, a program like this, where we all come together to appreciate the wonderful work that is happening here. And I'm sure Varun Taj Bay Sands will be a beautiful project for all of us to showcase and feel proud of. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
Thank you, Manohar Garu. We have a very close friend of the family, and Shri Ashok Gajapati Rajagaru. All of us will remember him as one of the most versatile ministers, and he remains that to date for us. Sir, it is time for me to request good friend of the Varun family to speak to us. Would you like to speak from there? Would you like to come up to the podium, sir? Okay.
I don't want to take much of your time. Visakhapatnam is a beautiful city, not only in looks. It's a city with a heart. I just wish to remind, it's not that all of us know about it, that when our country was going through hell called Corona, killing thousands of people in our country's capital, Delhi. It is from this city that oxygen tanks went. It is from the steel plant that the oxygen tanks were sent, saving lives. A beautiful city indeed. A city which in every way has been a forerunner in our country. I was delighted when my good friend who was in school, we happened to be in the same school for some time, decided to come here to Visakhapatnam. I've had the good fortune of being involved with almost all his projects in the North Coastal districts. North Coastal districts. Such a lovely area, an area with a heart. Of course, economics is important. People here sacrificed thousands of acres for the steel plant to come. Of course, we have gone through tremendous tragedy also. Like when compensation was being thought of being paid out, 2,000 families could not be identified to pay compensation. That was the misery of those families who helped such an economic activity. And we are grateful to the government of the day, be it the government of India or even the state government, for their role in keeping that unit here in Visakhapatnam instead of dissipating it. Of course, God has been very kind to my good friend. He's blessed him with 2 lovely children who are assisting him and sharing his dream. It's nice when I see friends' children rising in life. It gives me tremendous pleasure. It's something, the same thing that Lokesh gives me, the same thing that all my friends, children, including Ram, here, they give me. Our architect, for instance, he is also a renowned person. I learned that he was the one who gave the Telugu Desam Central Party office its plans in Hyderabad. We've all had a good long association. Nothing is devoid of politics. Politics in everywhere should be having a meaning. Now, how we infuse that meaning is important. We've all suffered in our own ways. Manohar Garu was telling us about his experience of being arrested in a lovely place for 3 days. I have run personally through, you see, when you cross the age of 70 and gone through personal surgeries, it's very difficult to climb gates and climb walls, which we did as children. And I used to have frequent rope tying to my gate with constables put there for about, I had spent about a public representative for long years. Never thought that a public representative for long years will be confined to his own house in such a way. I'm grateful to Anita Garu for not tying up my gate after she's come. And in fact, grateful to all my friends, particularly Lakshmi Garu. Me and my forgetfulness, I had forgotten about this program, to be frank. Prabhu will curse me on this. Lakshmi Garu rang up my wife. She's not well, she can't travel. So, my wife reminded me, what type of an idiot are you? You've forgotten to go over here. So it just kind of shook me up a little, and I decided that I should not miss this program. By missing this, I would have been the first North Coastal program that Prabhu is doing where I could not be involved. So I thank my stars, thank God, thank Lakshmi, and thank my wife in particular for reminding me to be here. It's lovely seeing all of you here. Our association started when I had black hair and he had black hair. Now we are both a white hair category people, and we should know when we can give up or to give up, because the torch has to be taken forward. So the torch is going forward. Take it forward. It's a continuous work. Life is impermanent, but time is eternal. So let's all make use of our time. Let's all be useful to our country. I'm glad that civil aviation has come to a good stand nowadays, particularly for us, because on the west coast, Mopa, on the east coast of our country, Bhogapuram, they were conceived around the same time. While Mopa is ready, inaugurated and functioning in Goa, somehow we had a government which was just incapable of functioning. And where it was functioning was on non-desirable places. So let us keep that as a past, take our lessons, and learn and never allow those mistakes to be committed again on our constitution, laws, and the people of our land. Our freedom in India has been fought. Let us give it a meaning. Let us go ahead. And I'm glad that everyone, particularly my friend Prabhu Kishore, is taking it forward. He is giving his freedom a meaning in economic activity, and we wish this economic activity all success. Thank you very, very much. May God bless your effort.
Spoken like the man from the royal family, indeed. The king of our hearts, the Varun family's favorite, Ashok Garu. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the next 2 minutes is dedicated to every woman entrepreneur who's available in this room. Because with us, we have a woman entrepreneur who makes us beam with pride for all that she's done in her life, for the cradles that she's rocked, the way she's ruled our hearts. May I request Srimati Nara Bhuvaneshwari, Vice Chairman and MD Heritage Foods, who's here just for her friend Lakshmi. Ma'am, a few words from you is very fitting right now.
ఇక్కడికి వచ్చిన ప్రతి ఒక్కరికి నా హృదయపూర్వక నమస్కారాలు. Friends come, I mean to say, power comes and it goes, but always it is the friendship that remains and takes us forward. అట్లానే పవర్ ఉన్నప్పుడు లేనప్పుడు ఎప్పుడు లక్ష్మి గాని ప్రభు గారికి గాని they never saw that in us, nor we. It was all of us were sailing together during the rough and good times also. And at the same time, I would like to talk a few words about Prabhu. He's a wonderful person as an entrepreneur. He's very disciplined and he takes everything as a challenge, which a leadership needs it, and he has it. He's a micromanager as far as I know. That's why whatever he takes goes to a good end. That is a good leadership quality in him. And the best thing is the leader thinks, or he'll have ideas, visions, but to take forward, which I also believe is always the team. What awards, rewards Varun Group gets, it always goes to the team with their hard work, with the team joining their hands with the leader. The leader is able to get the awards and rewards. That's what, as an entrepreneur also, I believe in teamwork. It's not only the leader that can take his or her thoughts way forward. And I would like to remind everyone here that especially a man, when he decides and to dedicate his life to his work or him being a workaholic, the first person that has to dedicate or give support is the wife, is the lady of the family. And I'm quite upset with Prabhu that he did not put up my friend's picture on the AV or talk about her sacrifice that she has done for you and for Varun Motors to grow so big. So I'm sure Varun Base Sands is going to be a big success, under the leadership of Prabhu, Varun, Varsha, whom I know them as kids, and I'm really very happy to see them being molded into going to take the group way forward. This Varun Base Sands is really going to be a jewel of India, Andhra Pradesh, and Visakhapatnam. So before I conclude, I always believe in keep life simple, live with dignity, leave it simple and pleasant. I once again thank to everyone who are present here, and I wish Prabhu all the great success, and he will do it. And I forgot to tell him, tell you all, ఆయన వచ్చి ఇట్లా ఈ ప్రాజెక్ట్ నేను చేస్తున్నాను భువన, what do you think about it? Lakshmi is worried about my health. And I just told him, no, age is just a number. You have the energy, the spirit, the willpower to do. So you can do it. You will do it. So I'm sure he will do his best to the job he takes up. And I thank you, everyone, being here. Thank you, one and all.
Can I request you to just stay here for a minute? Thank you, ma'am. I request you to kindly join us. Also, Lakshmi Garu, we now have the unveil of the plaque, after which we will ask our dynamic chief guest to speak. But ma'am, can you join us in the center? Next to the little boy you made who's grown up to be such a fine minister. As the lights go out, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for us to sit back and feel proud that each one of us in the city of Visakhapatnam is chosen to enjoy a new experience. May we have the launch of the plaque for the Taj Varun Base Sands. Let's hear a little more applause for the dream of a family, for the dream of a state and a wonderful country that we live in, India. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. We wish Prabhu Kishore Garu, Lakshmi Garu, and the entire team of Varun all the best. Have a great innings and give us always the best of experiences. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for me, as all our guests are seated, and I thank Bhuvaneshwari Garu, MD Heritage Foods. By the way, she's also married to a very special man whom we respect. Thank you, ma'am, for being here. Life is a journey, they say. The only footprint that you and I can leave are in the progeny we leave behind. As we move on, each mother in this audience will feel proud because we have rocked our cradles and ruled our worlds. But today, in introducing to you our chief guest, I introduce to you a boy, a man, a minister who has truly shown that he is made of two solid parents. A man who has bounced back in more than one way. It's a great honor for me to call upon Shri Nara Lokesh, the Honorable Minister for Information Technology and HRD. Lokesh, it's a great honor to have you with us, and you will give us now the keynote address for this event.
I thought this event was a political event. Ashok Gajpati Raj Garu, who I've seen growing up, He's the senior most member of Telugu Desam Party. I have a lot of memories with him. Maybe I can share one of it here. He was the only person who would come out of Mr. Naidu's chamber in our old house in Jubilee Hills, come out, go to a corner and have a smoke. And I would ask him, I don't think Father is too worried, he should do it. He said, no, it's out of great respect, I do this outside. He's been a great mentor to me. He's been a great supporter to the party, to the family. And I thank him for all his support. To Ramu, who's my younger brother, who brings a lot of energy to the party, to all of us. Of course, his Hindi is much better than his Telugu. And to Anita Garu, I think the only Home Minister in India who has more than 23 cases against her. And I hope she's working on getting them cleared. To Nadala Manohar Garu, who stood by us personally, was always with me during the tough times, was a great counsel for me, especially the 53 days that Mr. Naidu was arrested. Almost on a daily basis, we would actually interact, share feedback. And it was his support that today, NDA has won 94% of the seats that we have contested in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Manohar Garu. Prabhu uncle, he is an uncle for me. He is much fitter than me, no second thoughts about it. But he's an uncle. He's been a great supporter of the family since the 80s. As Amma has said, he stood by us during our tough times. He continues to be with us during our good times. I really appreciate all the support, uncle. Amma made a statement today that behind every successful man, there's a successful woman, and I'd like to change that a little. There's a sacrifice of a successful woman. I've seen it in home. I've seen the sacrifices that Amma has made. I see the sacrifices that Brahmani is making because I have chosen a path. And I'm sure Lakshmi Auntie has sacrificed a lot to make what Prabhu Uncle is today. So I think we should really celebrate the women who have unconditionally supported us during tough times. To Varun, to Varsha, thank you very much for having me here. I think it's a great legacy. All of us are lucky to have. I think it's a legacy to take forward. And I call this legacy a banyan tree effect. If you look at a banyan tree, no other plant grows around it. So the legacies are such big. And I've always even resonated with my own instance where I have a father who's larger than life. So how do you grow under the banyan tree? It is a challenge, and it's a challenge worth taking on. So we will build this in 2 years. We will build this in 2 years and we'll do it together. Of course, Visakhapatnam is very close to our heart. We've shared great memories. Honestly, when the state was together, it was all about Hyderabad. 2014, when the state got bifurcated, it was really about Visakhapatnam. I still remember when Hudud happened. Hudud was hitting Visakhapatnam. In the house, we had a Seemantam function in the farm. I remember it so well. So Mr. Naidu came there and he was just there to put Akshantalu, and then he left and he was on the phone asking the central government for various other supports because he knew that Hudud will come. And literally he left that day, he flew to Rajahmundry. He actually flew to Visakhapatnam, the flight couldn't land, landed in Rajahmundry and came to Visakhapatnam via helicopter, and he landed in Visakhapatnam airport. I still remember that picture. I was not there with him. I was still in the party. I was not part of the government. But I remember the picture where the entire roof of the airport was gone. All there were standing walls, and looking at him just walk through that building was so surreal for all of us. Back then, who believed that Visakhapatnam is our future. But it was amazing resilience that we are able to turn it around. And I mean, people of Visakhapatnam are just amazing. Because when Mr. Naidu gave a call saying, don't celebrate Diwali because they dried leaf everywhere, and it's a fire hazard, no one celebrated Diwali. And hats off to the people of Visakhapatnam, to your resilience, to your support. And 2019, while entire state voted in one direction, Visakhapatnam voted in the other direction. It really means a lot for us politically. And the MLAs that you have elected stood by us during our tough times. But I also have a grouse. And that was in 2024 elections. I remember I was sitting in the conference room, Mangalgiri counting was happening. And I was so excited, I said, I created history. 91,413 votes. No, don't clap yet. I'm like, yeah, I created history. It's amazing. And I remember, I think he's here only, my secretary Naresh came, he said, sorry sir. I said, what happened? He said, your record is broken. Who broke it? I said, Palla Srinavanna from Gajwaka broke it. I said, chalo, second place. Okay, I think that's where the losers start, but chalo, I'll accept it. That's reality. So I went to collect my certificate, I came back and I was just stepping out. Then my PRO comes. He says, boss, now you're third. I said, how did this happen, boss? I just went and came out. He said, now Beamley is second. I mean, it just shows, and adding to what Ramu said, that Visakhapatnam knows how to show politicians their place. We're very humbled by it. So it puts greater responsibility on all of us to work hard, to do good to Visakhapatnam. I hope Ram's speech was not telecasted live because other parts of Andhra Pradesh should be very upset with me. As our Chief Minister has always stated, one state, one capital, but development should be decentralized. A lot of work has happened in the past. And with brand Babu coming back, the brand Visakhapatnam today is really flying high. And it's really exciting. And it's a privilege that I was part of the foundation stone ceremony for the state-of-the-art project that Prabhu Kishore uncle is spearheading from the front. It will not only be an iconic building in Visakhapatnam, but I believe it will be an iconic building in India. Every city requires an iconic building that we associate with. So in Hyderabad, it was the Cyber Tower. And I really, really hope that Varun Bay Sands would be that one building that all of us can associate with IT and development in the state of Andhra Pradesh. As a government, we are really determined to build brand Visakhapatnam strong and take it forward. I understand in the last 5 years, all of us have suffered, some more, some less. The many instances where Mr. Naidu even tried coming to Visakhapatnam and he was not allowed to leave Visakhapatnam airport. There were instances when Babu Garu wanted to go to Ram Tirtham. And it was the then SPs themselves who personally ensured that dumpers and tippers blocked the road. So I think from that sad state of affairs today, I think there's a sense of liberation that all of us have. And last night I got a chance to meet with second, third generation entrepreneurs and all of them were sharing that feedback with me. But rest assured, we are in this for long run. As NDA, we are very committed to Visakhapatnam. If you look at it, Lulu that ran away and that publicly stated they'll invest in every state of India except Andhra Pradesh is now coming back and investing here in Visakhapatnam. And needless to say, the Varun Bay Sands would be an iconic building. Apart from the investments, I mean, we can talk in crores, but what got me excited is the number of jobs it's going to create. What is important for India today is the number of jobs we're going to create. And this is going to be a very important landmark to kickstart the economic activity here in Visakhapatnam. And what got me even more exciting is that it's going to be the first grade A office space that's going to be available in Visakhapatnam. So I guarantee the Varun Group that before you build, we'll definitely buy a tenant, and I know that we're going to do it in 2 years. And saying that, in the last 10 months, serious announcements have happened for Visakhapatnam. If you look at the ArcelorMittal project, it's a marquee steel city that's getting built here, south of Visakhapatnam. TCS is going to start in Millennium Towers, and we're hoping in the next 1 month we'll be able to even allocate land for them to build a world-class development center here in Visakhapatnam. Apart from that, if you look at it in different parts of the state, LG Electronics, Tata Power, BPCL, NTPC, various other projects have really taken off. And through these projects, we envisage 8 lakh crore investments coming into Andhra Pradesh, creating close to 5 lakh jobs, which is, something substantive that we've been able to achieve in the first 10 months of the government. So our Chief Minister keeps saying it's no longer about ease of doing business, it's about its speed of doing business. So I was very lucky. When I went to Bombay, Chandra sir was very kind to host us in Bombay House. And after that meeting, we were able to move on multiple fronts, including, of course, the hotel, but Tata Power, TCS, Air India. So substantive progress has been made, and you'll see soon major announcements happening for the state of Andhra Pradesh. So it's really exciting times. It's really exciting for Visakhapatnam and North Andhra. In multiple forums I've shared this. Our vision is to create a $1 trillion economy in the greater Visakha region. It's not about the state, it's about the region. This area has the raw potential. Today, thanks to the last government, we slipped from 9th largest economic city to the 10th position. So we lost 1 position. I know Bharat is murmuring, mumbling. We want to make it the 5th largest economic city. We believe that Visakhapatnam has that raw energy, power, entrepreneurial spirit. You've elected great set of MLAs, Member of Parliament. Now it's on their head that they lead from the front and ensure that we make Visakhapatnam the 5th largest economic city in India. And as an IT minister, I want to make it very clear that Visakhapatnam is going to be our IT destination for Andhra Pradesh. And in the next 5 years, our agenda is very clear. The roadmap is set. We will create 5 lakh IT jobs here in the greater Visakhapatnam region. This will require support from all of you, from the local community. A lot of people asked me questions yesterday. If you're going to bring so many companies, what's going to happen with our infrastructure? Yes, we are going to shake up Visakhapatnam. No second thoughts about it. Infrastructure will be built. Yesterday I got a chance to travel around the city with Bharat, your MP here. We discussed threadbare on the infrastructure that needs to come in, the support that we need to do, the world-class stadiums that need to get built. Yesterday I got an opportunity to actually be part of the amazing Delhi Capital's victory here in Visakhapatnam, and I was jokingly telling to GMR that they should relocate the team to Visakhapatnam because it got a lot of luck. But apart from that, from getting matches here to concerts here, we really want to create a vibrant city here, and we will support all out. I'd like to thank all the officials here from the tourism department, from the police department for their amazing support. I think this is all the beginning, and I believe that under the leadership of Prabhu Uncle, this is a catalyst that will really get Visakhapatnam going. And before I finish, as everyone was saying, so Prabhu Uncle was saying that he doesn't have the button or the magic wand. He does have it. He has 2 amazing children, and he should now let them lead this project from the front and drive them like no tomorrow to deliver on it. And believe me, our leader only says one thing: dare to dream, strive to achieve. If Amravati is going to get built, the core capital area is going to get built in 3 years, I'm sure we can build your project in 2 years. And you identified a very young, dynamic contractor anyway. So he's here among the audience, and I'm sure with his energy, we can all make this happen. So it's not only important for your group or your family, this project, it's very important for the state and for Visakhapatnam, and to literally catapult us to the next level. So we are in it as much as you are, and it's brand Visakhapatnam. As always, I've said to you, our support is unconditional. I've only said I'll write one number in the bottom of it, which is the number of jobs you need to create. And only on that number I'll hold you accountable for and nothing else. As a state, we are all here to support. I see Collector Sir here. I see Senior Secretary Tourism here. We are all here to support. Durgesh Garu has state's interest in his heart. And he has, of course, an amazing target of 50,000 keys to build in the next 5 years. And there is going to be a lot of hotels coming up in Visakhapatnam.